I.e. 26 female, overheard my BF, 27 male, and his family insulting my background and looks. I'm thinking of ending things over this. Throwaway account. I, 26 female, have been dating Mark, 27 male, for 5 months. I met him at a bar while I was out with friends, and we immediately hit it off. Dating him has felt like a dream, and I feel so fortunate to have found someone so funny, smart, handsome, and kind. He met my family, and they instantly fell in love with him. They're thrilled I found such an amazing partner. He constantly tells me how much he loves me, how perfect I am, and how he can't believe he finally found the one. Last week, we drove to meet his family. I was already a little self-conscious and nervous because Mark comes from a very wealthy and well-educated family. Both of my parents are blue-collar workers and are considered lower class. I grew up in West Virginia and worked incredibly hard to earn a scholarship to UMD after high school. After graduation, I moved to DC and found a job that pays very well. I'm proud of how far I've come, considering my family's circumstances. Still, I sometimes feel like an outsider who doesn't quite fit in with upper-class society. I'm also self-conscious because the women Mark dated before me were extremely beautiful. His most recent ex has a massive social media following and could easily be a model. I consider myself a little above average and invest a lot of time and money into my appearance. When we arrived at Mark's family's house, everyone was welcoming and kind. I felt ridiculous for ever being nervous and began to relax, feeling like I was fitting in just fine. We spent most of the time outside on their patio, with people filtering in and out to grab food, drinks, and socialize. I didn't notice when Mark and his sister, Emily, 31F, disappeared because I was caught up in chatting with everyone. When I got up to use the restroom and walked through the house, I heard hushed whispering from another room. I immediately recognized Mark's and Emily's voices and heard my name mentioned. I stopped and listened for a couple of minutes and was devastated by what I heard. Emily said she was surprised he's dating me because I'm not nearly as established or attractive as his previous partners. She went on to say, "Didn't you tell us her family basically lives in a trailer park and her dad doesn't even have a high school diploma?" Followed by laughter. I waited for Mark to defend me. Instead, he agreed with her. He said he considers me cute, that my personality makes up for my appearance and family, and that I'm definitely not his usual type, but that he really loves me and is happy we found each other. She ended the conversation with, "We're all just surprised. She's not what we were expecting. As long as you're happy, I guess." I felt numb the rest of the day and put on a show for his family, pretending everything was fine. When we got in the car to leave, I told him I had overheard his conversation with Emily. I began crying and said their words confirmed everything I'd feared about our relationship. I told him I needed space and time to think. He kept apologizing and telling me how perfect he thinks I am, how Emily has always been a bully, and how beautiful he finds me. This was 5 days ago. At first, he respected my space and checked in with texts I didn't answer. Now he's in full panic mode, constantly calling, texting, and begging to come over to talk in person. I told him to leave me alone and that I'd reach out when I was ready. It has now escalated to his sister messaging me on social media to apologize. She wants to meet for coffee to discuss the situation. I need advice on how to handle this, and am wondering if anyone has been in a similar situation. Part of me wants to forgive them and move on, but another part of me is disgusted that they spoke about me and my family that way. I'm not sure I could ever fully forgive them, and I worry this would follow us for the rest of our relationship.